Okay, Lucio. Hey, I wanted to give you a quick walk around of this machine. The crate's about to get installed on it. Okay, just wanted to show you a few things on it. This is in my shop. This rig's powered up right now, so this is the. You can see there's actually some files in the control. Some that my son had cut in here, some that I did, and I've got plenty more that I can share with you and tell you where to get them. The control keyboard. This is a battery-powered wireless keyboard right off the shelf. It's got a switch on the back of it somewhere. I will turn it off. It'll be in the off position. You'll have to turn it on when you come home. When you're ready to fire it up. The shelf that the keyboard goes on, in its shipping position, this whole thing swings around to the side like this, and the shelf, these 3 screws that are on the shelf here, the shelf will get flipped over and the screws will be in it. So you've got to take the screws out, put it back in place. I'll wrap the keyboard up in some wrapping paper and throw it in with the machine on top of everything. This torch won't be on it. This is a Power Max 45 torch on it right now, but the mount will be on it. Everything moves around nicely. Filters. 2 brand new filters. I left one unscrewed. You can see it's new. That one's screwed in. So basically, they push in, just turn the dial. These are regular Torit filters. Once again, if you're going to do a lot of production cutting, you want to block these off probably, and then just blow the smoke outside, because the filters, they're going to last for, doing one piece at a time like that, or like you'd cut at a trade show. They might last a few days. You can vacuum them out, clean them, but it's a mess. But they work very good for low volume type stuff that I think you may be doing at least for a while. Okay, the computer hangs on this side. It's a Dell. Everything works fine. I've been running it, so no problems. This cable will be wrapped up somewhere. This is the one that plugs into the CPC port on the back of the Power Max 65. You do have to set the voltage divider in the 65 to the 21.1 to 1 ratio to work with this. Then the height control, everything will work fine. A little bit of a cluster of wires on this side, but basically there's a little power supply for the monitor. Everything else plugs in right there. Then there's one cord that just plugs into your wall outlet. So pretty easy like that. Fans on the back. When it's running, obviously these louvers will open up. That's what you would want to duct outside if you wanted to go outside. You might need a little bit bigger blower if you're ducting any distance. And I'd recommend an 8-inch minimum, maybe a 12-inch diameter duct. Run it out a window or something like that if you need to. Okay. One of the things I just wanted to mention too, when the torch moves around on here, I can kind of push it around. Just watch when you route the cables. This is the wire for one of the motors, that's the wire for the other. Usually I tape these because a lot of plasma cam guys will, they'll come off after a while, but tape them closed, they just plug into each other. But anyway, when you route the torch lead, I've got it on this little swinging thing to route the cables. When you tie wrap it on there, make sure there's adequate slack in it so that it can move around the whole table and push the torch around the table, make sure that it moves. The slats are still in pretty good shape. I actually cleaned up the water tray underneath it and painted it and put some new sealant in the corners. It shouldn't leak. You should fill that 2/3 with water before you do any cutting. And I do want to show you one other cool little feature if you didn't know about it. This table, you can pick the whole front of this table up. It hinges, and there's actually a prop rod over on the left side. Excuse my poor video here, but the prop rod will hold it up like that, so it tips up, and you can use this for hand cutting if you want. Use the downdraft blower, and that reminds me of something too. The switch for the blower is kind of hidden underneath the keyboard. So there's the keyboard tray up there, and there's the switch for the blower. Flip it on, you'll hear it. I don't know if you can hear that or not. Anyway, she's in pretty good shape, and I hope you have a good time with it, and I'd love to get out there and show you a few things about it, but I know you're smart enough to figure it out. Okay? Talk to you later. Bye.